I challenge you right now. Go take the exam, answer perfectly on the whole exam, and don't do the dictation section at all. I promise you, you'll fail your exam miserably, okay? So anybody who tells you that dictation, the whole sentence is 1 mark, it's unfortunately misleading information, it's unethical information. So please don't listen to that. Hey guys, this is the last video of the How to Get 90 on your PTE exam series. We've already covered speaking, we've covered writing, we've covered reading. If you haven't watched those videos yet, you can watch them on our YouTube channel, you can watch them in the playlist. So the last section is the listening section of your exam. Unfortunately, I'm sad to say this, but since January of 2018, the listening section has been a nightmare for most students taking the exam. Again, a lot of people don't know about the changes that took place in the PTE exam. If you haven't heard about it yet, you can read more on our website, or you can check our Facebook page or message us directly. We were the first coaching center for PTE to announce it back in October about the changes in the PTE exam. A lot of people laughed, a lot of people mocked us, didn't believe us, and when the changes hit, again, a lot of people were taken back by surprise. There have been, again, more changes in March of 2019. So you need to adjust your strategies, you need to adjust the way you answer questions in accordance to how PTE changes the marking and the structure of the exam. So before listening was not a problem. Since January, a lot of people have been failing listening and writing together. So how come listening and writing? Because as I mentioned in the earlier video, the listening section gives you tons of marks in the writing section as well. You need to know how the mark breakdown works. So if you failed the listening section and the writing section together since January, but it's never happened to you in 2017 or earlier, is because of the changes that took place in the PTE exam. Especially when the listening and the writing are just a few points apart. So you may have gotten maybe 75 in listening and 73 in writing, or 74 in one and 75 or 76 in the other. So whenever they're just a few points apart, it's because you made crucial mistakes in your listening section. So how do you get 90 in listening? The most important thing is you need to know how to manage your time. Timing is absolutely crucial. It sounds kind of bad, but whenever my students come here and they do the listening section with me or with any of our other experienced teachers, we literally brainwash them. Every single day, every single class, I'm repeating 20, 30 times. Do not miss dictation. Do not miss dictation. You miss dictation, you fail the exam. You miss 1 dictation, you don't get 79. You miss 2 dictations, you don't get 65. You miss 3 dictations, you might not even get 50. Okay, so this is how serious it has become. Again, you need to know the marking for each section, for each question. There are a lot of PTE gurus, professionals, masters on blogs and Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups. I heard some ridiculous things. I watched one YouTube video. I'm not going to mention the name of the channel, but they said the whole sentence in dictation gives you 1 mark. Okay, so I challenge you right now. Go take the exam, answer perfectly on the whole exam, and don't do the dictation section at all. I promise you, you'll fail your exam miserably. Okay, so anybody who tells you that dictation, the whole sentence is 1 mark, it's unfortunately misleading information, it's unethical information. So please don't listen to that. Some people also think that it's 1 mark per word, which was the truth in the past, but now they change it. Again, you need to know what happens, how you get penalized, when you get marks deducted. So sometimes what happens nowadays, when people make more than a certain number of mistakes, they get 0 for the whole sentence, even if they get most of the words correctly. So you need to know how the marking works. And the last thing is, as I mentioned, is the changes in the PTE exam. So guys, you really need to be careful. You need to know how the marking works for each question, because a lot of people worry too much about MCQs and the beeping sound, select missing word, but they don't realize that all of those are peanuts. All of those combined don't even come close to some of the other questions in the listening section. So listening, again, know how the marking works and know how to manage your time. If you miss dictation, you fail the exam, I promise you. And again, when it comes to practice, you need to practice the precise material. When you get to the exam, it's much easier to write from dictation a sentence that you already heard 2 or 3 times. So whenever you practice random videos from YouTube for dictation, again, it's good practice. Any practice is better than no practice, but they are not necessarily the real exam questions. What does that mean? That means you're wasting your time on questions that don't even come into your exam. So one thing that we've done to address this issue is all the material that we provide to our students in class. We've also created an online portal on our website where students, whenever they can't attend class, they can practice from home and do all these questions. So this is one piece of advice I'd give people. Another one, again, if you have any questions about your score report specifically, you can leave a comment on this video. You can like our page. You can message me directly on our Facebook page, which is Dream PTE Coaching. I check all those messages myself. I'm happy to give you feedback. Or you can even come into our center and I'm happy to assess your result. And if you haven't seen the other 3 videos about speaking, writing, and reading, you feel free to watch them so you can get a better idea how to get 90 overall on your exam. And again, my last piece of advice, please listen to professionals. Whoever you take lessons or whoever's your tutor, ask them to see their result. Okay, ask them to log in on their account and show you their score report. Because if they've never gotten 90 in each by themselves and they're giving you advice, please, it's not the best way to get your desired score. And again, without your desired score in this exam, you have no future in Australia, unfortunately. So I know it's very inconvenient, but without the PTE, without your IELTS score, you have no future in Australia. So please prioritize your studies, watch these videos. If you have any more questions, comment and send me a message. Hope you guys get 90 on your exam. Good luck.